The brand new Elite Stronghold map was released in Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 2 today on the 20th of April 2026 at precisely 1 PM GMT. And today, the Fortnite friends, we're going to rank all the reload maps from 10 to 1. And today with us, we have TheBigCraigd, me, we have Leo, we have Jackus for once, he's getting paid, and we have Chug returning, which is a happy face to see.
Aw shit, I'm naked. There's like 5 POIs. What the fuck?
Oh, what the hell? What in the chapter 4?
Y'all got any POIs? No, we don't, bro.
Why? Imagine they've changed the loot pool.
Yeah, they already have a Flex SMG. Evolved Jake would love this.
Oh, there's the chapter 5 snipers here.
Are you fucking serious? Look at my loot pool, dog.
I heard like Epic Tofu Chris say on Twitter.com that this is like this is a chapter 3 inspired map, like design
Really?
which is not the idea I got at all. I was getting a very chapter 6, chapter 5 look.
This looks like a serious ass map.
With
Okay,
the
okay, this
unreal
area
players.
reminds me of chapter 5, like that snowy area in season 1. This is what it reminds
chapter 5, yeah. That looks a lot like that chapter 6 mining POI. What, mining mo?
Shiny
mining
shafts.
That's the one.
Mining mo. Why so serious? I got some cracks, low key. This is the worst place to fucking be.
Hang on, I have an angle.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this guy's actually King Von. What the fuck?
This is the raft. This is where Emma Frost
Wait, this is actually the... Yeah, it really is.
Hey, they're morons. We can literally just come up here.
I got one! It's Jackus!
It's me, mate. It's me.
It's a Cypher BKR POI. Why is it? Look, it's built into the terrain.
I brought back Fortnite Chapter 2.
Should we go into game chat?
I am here.
I don't know.
Do you like Baby No Money? I brought the cavalry.
I'm stuck on a rock. I'm here.
Get back inside. This fucking shell is about to explode.
Move!
I'll distract. What are you doing? Get Jackus!
You need to tell me what to do,
You
man.
plod. You plod.
Oh,
Oh
Jackus
my
is
goodness
dead.
gracious.
Now you got that.
Oh my god, Leo, wake up.
Leo, wake up. I don't like this. I hate that fucking song so much, dude.
Revive me, please.
There's a bitch on me. Chill.
You know what? I need to reboot. I don't care.
I'm King Von right now. You're like, oh, can you get me?
Worky, no.
Craig, you're hiding in a bush. What are you doing?
I just said I have one SMG and a shotgun. What do you want me to do exactly?
Oh god. Look at
No,
this.
what do you actually want me to do?
What the fuck am I watching?
Hey.
You are a disappointment. I'm just joking. It's okay.
Ever join a Fortnite Friends video again. And now we're gonna be ranking all of the reload maps on a scale of 1 to 10.
To kick off, we'll start with the first ever reload map ever released. We have Venture. I personally gave Venture a 6 out of 10.
Oh my god, me too. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Well, I gave Venture a 9. Okay. And
What?
I'll explain my reasoning. Okay.
Let's get to Chug first.
Don't
Let's
get
get
me
to
wrong.
Chug first. What did you give it?
I gave it an 8.
Ooh.
Ah.
That's me and Leo are just haters.
Reload changed so much of how people play it in like the culture of Reload and the play styles it inhabits. I think when Fortnite made it, I was looking at gameplay from streamers playing it for the first time. It is vastly different to how people play it now. And I think Fortnite made the map. I think it's a good map, like, if we're looking at it. But now that people are doing the grappler shit where they're, like, shooting the floor and doing all these crazy cancel things, and people are cracked out of their minds in that mode, 'cause it's just, like, a jungle gym of, like, crazy-ass players, right? It isn't really, like, insanely well built for that play style.
It's fine, but I'll take, like, any map other than Slurp City and Squid Grounds over it. Like, it's not amazing, but it's passable. There's some crazy latency here.
Well, you stopped me before, so I had to make sure.
You fucking did. That is
I had to
true.
make sure I was jumping in the right time.
No,
Like,
now
you
we
see
can
the-
start interrupting each other.
Because they never showed up. I don't know how these things work.
No, because then Chug will interrupt you. So it's a system, it's a circle.
Okay. So it's the circle of life. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Well, the thing about Venture,
You can
right?
tell it's his first recording.
Shut the fuck up, let him talk.
It's just not necessary, is it, mate? It's just mean.
One day Jack is gonna be like, Fortnite friends recording, and he's gonna be like, Craig, how about you, me do something? I'll be like, yeah, sure. And he'll be like, we'll do an IRL thing. I'll be like, yeah, sure, Jackus, and I'll go down to like North Swindon, and then I'll show up to them in alley and it's like, Jackus, where's the recording? He's like, there is no recording, and a bunch of men will come out with bats and they'll just start beating me. And Jackus will hide me in a dumpster, and he'll assume my identity.
No. They come out onto the rooftops above the alley and they start throwing apples down onto you. They
Apples falling down IRL.
The thing about Venture, okay, I would give it a 10, but the fact that it's like always in the map rotation and literally hasn't changed in 2 years does make it a little bit stale. But at the same time, it's the reload map, you know. When people think of reload, they think of Venture. At least I'd like to. That's what I think of anyway. It's got, you know, there are some design decisions that I think they've improved on later, like not necessarily having a central POI that 90% of the map drops at, like Tilted Towers. But at the same time, for that map in particular, I think it makes for a really fun gameplay loop, especially, like, me and my friends, we love to drop at, like, Pleasant Park or Retail Row, and then there's so much, like, chaos and action going on in the middle, and then it's like we're pushing inwards throughout the match. I don't know, it's a really fun experience for me, and it's something you don't really get on the other maps.
You know what?
But
I've been convinced. I'm raising my ranking from a 6 to a 7. I've been convinced. It's like the whole point of it, like, yeah, you're moving inwards throughout the whole match towards like Tilted Towers, and as well, objectively this shouldn't matter, but I'm gonna count it. The vibes as well. Like when I think of Reload, I think of like that bright blue kind of summer kind of feel, and Venture like goes with that. So Venture just has that kind of vibe for me. It's like it's the Reload map, and I'm even though I don't think it's as good as it once was. I think I'm gonna raise it to a 7 at the very least.
So I gave it an 8. Pretty much for the same reasons. It's like it's the Reload map. Venture is Reload basically. There's like nothing I really dislike on the map. I think it's really fun. Good POIs. I know it's like the basic stuff, but it's the first map. I think it's you know, perfect for that. Especially when it first came out and like permanent OG wasn't a thing yet. This was like the substitute at the time, and I think that was really good for that. So I have an attachment to this map. I like it. It's fun to play.
Next we have Oasis. This launched the same day as the Simpsons season. I don't know what they were thinking. No, it didn't.
Oasis?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Let me rewind. Next we have Oasis, which released during the... It wasn't the...
You're such a dumbass! How do you do it again? I'll do it. God damn. Next we have Oasis. It came out during the remix season, along with a solos version of Reload. And I gave it an 8 out of 10. I think it is a very good map. There are things that I kind of raise an eyebrow over, like mainly in Paradise Palms, and this isn't really an Oasis problem. It's more of a Paradise Palms problem, where they're just open, like the walls are just open and exposed, and you can just get shot at and shit. Even with like, because they do focus on like broken down areas and shit with that map, so like you'll see a lot of the landmarks. They have like exposed walls and shit, and there's like hardly any cover when it comes to that. It's not a huge deal for builds, but for zero builds player like myself, I did notice that. But it's very it's like the perfect balance of being in depth but not being overly in depth, like Squid Grounds, which we'll talk about later. I think it's a great 8 out of 10 map.
It's a great out of 10. I'm gonna spoil everyone's pudding here. I gave Oasis a 9 out of 10. It is my favorite Reload map of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, I play Reload mainly on my own. That I don't know if it's better for solos or whatever, but it for me, it always feels good. Whether I'm playing in builds or zero builds, the mountains make it really good for like rotations and stuff with grapplers and stuff without it being really annoying. The way the map is all laid out means that like unlike, for example, what happened to us during the Elite Stronghold game, the first one, where we'd land and instantly die, Oasis is big enough but small enough where you can kind of just land wherever you need to. And because there's so many mountains, you're just always kind of in cover. And I just think it's a really good map, honestly. And it was the last ever Reload map to feature a trailer that said Reload. Actually, no, I'm lying. Cut that out of the video.
I gave it a 7. Okay, I like Oasis. It was actually, when it first came out, I preferred it over Venture. And for a long while, it was my favorite Reload map. But as time goes on, and I've had more time to play it, I think it's definitely gone down in my eyes a bit because, I don't know, I don't find myself enjoying like the huge maps so much for Reload as time goes on. And this is the problem that I think gets worse with some of the later ones. Plus, they screwed up the lighting, so it's really dark on that map now.
That is true.
So I think, like, conceptually and everything, the map is really cool. But I think I've probably been a bit overexposed to it.
I think this might be my most controversial opinion this entire video. So I gave Oasis a 4.
What?
It's actually my least favorite.
Wow.
Really?
I thought it was cool when it first came out. But I kind of just got really tired of it over time. Especially, they kept it in rotation for a while. They did take it out after a bit, but then they put it back in.
It was the first Reload map to ever be vaulted.
Today. I think that might be true.
No, it is, because I remember being annoyed about it. It was true. They've replaced it with Squid Grounds. It was the first ever map to be vaulted.
Yeah, wait, they did. I'm not the biggest Oasis fan. I like the idea of it having a whole desert map. I think that that's something that, you know, needs to happen. So I like it for that. I think the big thing for me is there's like 2 or 3 POIs that I actually care about and like I like the idea of everything else. Like, yeah, Fossil Fields is cool. Guaco Town kind of exists. It's like, they're cool, but I only really care about Paradise, Lizard Links, and then maybe Shady Springs.
See, I kind of agree with you here, but I think I'm thinking of it in a positive way, because I don't really think of like a Reload, like Oasis in particular, as like the POIs. I think of it as the whole map. So I think of like that, like, oh, that random mountain with a mine shaft in it. Oh, it's so good. It's like, that's how I think of the map. I don't really think, like, if I think of the POIs, I'm like you. I'm like, yeah, well, there's nothing crazy, but I just think everything as a whole works really well together in a way that a lot of other POI maps don't have.
I will say the smaller bits, like the landscape and stuff, I think that that's cool. I like the cliffs and the tall mountains and everything, but picking where to land, it is such a struggle.
Next, we've got Slurp Rush, which released in Chapter 6, Season 2. I gave this an 8 out of 10.
Same.
I gave it an 8 as well. It is tied with Oasis. It's interchangeable depending on the day.
A 9.
Yeah, it's very good.
I think the general consensus amongst everyone is that it's either the top 3 or the best one. I think that is what a lot of people think. I think. Slurp Rush is just really good. I'm actually a little annoyed they didn't kind of go more into the Chapter 2 theming and the future maps, but I'll get into that in some other video one day. Slurpy Swamp, while it's like they kind of gave it a second chance, because in Chapter 2 it was always off to the corner, and it never really got the opportunity to be like this big POI that everyone went to. But now, in this new season, this Reload map, it's good, and it works well, funnily enough, as a hard drop. And then you've got all the other POIs as well. You've got the Slurp River, which is good for health, especially when Reload doesn't have Siphon for some reason. You have the Fort Crumpets, which they expanded and made bigger. That's a really fun one. There's there's Steamy Stacks, there's the army base, there's Dirty Docks, there's the wood place, there's the weird little shanty town. It's just it's a really well themed POI without it like over relying too much on old big POIs.
I don't know what it is. I think I love the fact that, I will talk about this later with another map, but maps that have like those big trees, like you'll mainly see it in the swamp area, but those big trees where it provides like some cover from above, right? So people don't laser you across the entire world. I do love that. That's always great to have, especially for zero build. Like I said, it's not really a build thing in my opinion. It's like interchangeable, like with Oasis. I gave it the same score. Like it depends on the day. I very much enjoy.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what both of you said about Slurp Rush. I'm I'm obviously a teeny tiny bit biased since I love Chapter 2. I'm probably like the #1 Chapter 2 fan in the universe. And again, just them using that like weird Chapter 1 skybox where it can just get really dark sometimes. But apart from that, yeah, I think it is definitely one of my favorite maps, especially POI choices, the design, the layout, you know, Fort Crumpet getting representation makes me very happy as an Englishman. I didn't expect to see that in there, like Logjam. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and I like that they went for like an interesting choice for the central POI. Like, the coward's choice would be Lazy Lake, right? Because it's the tilted equivalent.
Yeah.
But they actually,
The agency, I think, would be the coward's choice.
Or yeah, or doing like a Chapter 2, Season 2.
Oh my god,
something interesting.
I would fucking die. Oh god, sorry. I would off myself if they made a Chapter 2, Season 2 map. I know it's like objectively one of the most popular. I just can't. Sorry, go on. That was just a random like.
I think they were working on one for a while and then it got scrapped. So
I remember this. Yeah, we live in the good timeline where we got Squid Grounds instead.
Now I know I might be a little biased, but I think that this is my personal favorite. It's like the thing I said about Oasis, where there's only like 2 or 3 POIs I care about. Slurp Rush is the exact opposite, where I care about every POI really. It's like maybe the only 2 I don't consistently keep in mind is like Dirty Docks and Stilt Town, but those are still very good. I'll land there. Oasis is hard to pick where to land because I don't really care about any spot. Slurp Rush is hard to pick to land because I care about every spot. I don't know where to go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just having it be at Slurpy Swamp, like having a lot of it be there, I think it's perfect. It's perfect. And they actually did something different other than Season 2. I was so proud of them. So proud of them.
Thank God. Like, holy shit.
No, but that's kind of like a truth grenade, really, where it's like Slurp Rush is kind of like one of the only kind of reload maps that have like an actual like sort of
identity.
Gimmick. Yeah, that make it's a unique gameplay thing that make you think, whoa. I know they kind of changed it at some point to make the loot balls on the maps different, but in terms of the map itself, Slurp Rush, I know Squid Grounds had a bit, but they were bad, in my opinion. But Slurp Rush kind of, I think, is probably maybe the only one that has like the unique map gimmick, like a big one, or at the very least, it's the best one at doing it, in my opinion. So that's that. I know Link Stronghold has like all the OXR launch pads, but like that isn't as interesting as all the Slurp, in my humble opinion.
I love Remix, but like. It was quite jarring for the first couple days. So to have a mode to kind of go to, I think a lot of the Zero Build players went to that. Like I know Ninja did that, Courage did that. They were like, I'm just gonna keep playing Reload because they have solos now too. Timing wise, wasn't the best. I'll agree, but it was nice for like
No, this is true.
Who were like, fuck, like I am,
Yeah,
I need my movement.
That's like
it was,
that's kind of a truth fart. I see what you mean, to be honest, because all the other maps.
Truth fart.
I think Slurp Rush, not Slurp Rush. I think Surf City had maybe a pretty good release, but we'll get to that. But for now, we'll move on. Squid Grounds, which I personally gave a 2.
It's a 2 as well for me. Yep,
oh my god, why are you copying my homework, dude?
You're the one who did it last. I did that shit last night. Yeah, it is a 2. Oh my god, you go first. I need to.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up a little JPEG of Squid Grounds just so I can give it an analysis on the from the helicopter cam here. With the power of editing, this I've just looked up Slurp Rush, Squid Grounds. There we go. Right, let's see. It's too big. It's shaped like a butterfly, and it's way too big. Bloody, all the POIs aren't very good, in my opinion. I think the one that's in the middle, that's kind of like the grotto, that was alright. I liked Phony Crossroads because it was Coney Crossroads and it was just Chapter 3. Mwah. Everything else was like, I guess. It's like, it's nothing really that substantial. And I know Squid Grounds had those like interactable like gaming moments where it's like you complete the challenge and you can do this, but it's like that's just not that interesting, especially when they don't really make it obvious that that's the case, because I didn't know about it until like halfway through the map's lifespan. People were like, fun Fortnite facts you can do with Squid Grounds, free look. Yeah, it is Squid Grounds, yeah. And it's I didn't like it. It was too big. There's too many POIs. I liked specifically, if I could like fix Squid Grounds, I would make it a blitz map and I just draw a circle around the labyrinth and then I chuck phony crossroads in there as well. Like that specific area in the middle, like that one bit of ground in the middle, I'd say is pretty good. Everything else I didn't like. Plus, I'm biased towards this. I hate it because it removed Oasis for like 5 months. So I have no choice but to hate it. At least
I would like to retcon my reload video. I made my ranking map. That is the worst aged video I've ever made on this channel.
My name is Leo, and it's a 10. It's the best map ever. Oh, apples. Fuck
you. I put it at number 2, and I think I put Slurp above it, which kind of based. No, dude, it is so insane how much I glazed it at the start. No, like, okay, we had Ali Jackson here the other day, and I was saying when he was in call, if this is a good, like, this would be a great mini season map, right? Like a Simpsons adjacent season, right? Where it's like, it's smaller than the regular BR map, but it's like a different twist on it, right? And that's even more true for me when I say that, when you consider what Craig was saying about the mini games, right? This is Reload. No one is gonna fucking go out of their way to do. I mean, some people will, right? But this is not the mode to do. Yeah, people don't have time to do it. There is people, every like video I saw people doing these challenges on shorts, they're all in the fucking storm. Like everyone.
Can I just say one more thing? Can I just say one more thing, please? It's the problem with Reload as well is always running away, right? As sometimes people are too scared to fight because they don't want to lose their loadout, right? And some people, if they die, they'll back out. So why would you incentivize the loot being like a big thing that's like, oh yeah, go out and get this loot, and it's like you can get a mythic or a legendary or an epic or whatever, and it's like, why would you make that a big thing when it's just going to incentivize people to not stop fighting more in case they lose their loot? I think that's silly.
True. That is also true.
Okay, I'm done.
No, I agree. No, that was the truth explosion. No, like I think the reason why I put it so high is because red greens, hectic hedges, and like the autumn area. Because my fucking chapter 4 fanboy came out, right? Like, I love the autumn areas, like where like Anvil Square and all that shit. But the whole like labyrinth thing, like having underground portions and shit, it's not for Reload. It's not. And you know, it was cute seeing like, you know, the Square Meals place having like the color buildings and shit. It's not for Reload. It was never meant for Reload. But
I remember, me personally, I remember a lot of people as well saying that like, Reload for the whole time has been like a celebration of Fortnite, really. It's been like, oh yeah, these are the Fortnite weapons, these are the Fortnite POIs, it's the Fortnite art styles, it's all this. And then kind of Squid Grounds came in and it kind of threw a wrench into it because it's like, okay, what the hell is this? It's this like, why is it a collab map? There shouldn't be. I know we didn't have Blitz at the time, but Blitz was coming out 2 months after. Like, surely they could have just waited, right? Like,
that is true, because they have Stranger Things shit. Like
they had a Marvel map, they had a Stranger Things map. Just chuck it all in there. But Reload is not the collab thing. Keep collabs away from Reload, man.
That is true. But there are 2 good things about this map, though.
Actually, they had launched before Squid Grounds. I gave Squid Grounds a 3 out of 10. And the craziest part is that's not my lowest rating. You'll see what my lowest rating is soon. But
it's gonna be like Nightmare Island or something.
Squid Grounds is a map that aged quite poorly for me. I actually really enjoyed it the first kind of weekend it came out. But in a similar way to, I think it was Oasis, I said, the more that I played it, the less I like it. But it was much more drastic in this case because, like you guys said, it's just too big. It's too big, and I thought that the idea of having like the ravine kind of running around with the water was a really cool. It's like environment-wise, it's really cool.
Yeah.
But I think I said this in my video at the time, is that it feels like something out of like a fan-made map. Every Reload map from this point on is just the Chapter 6, Chapter 7 art style, respectively, and that's not inherently bad.
No, I was thinking of a comment to try and like bully you, but you are unironically giving us like a truth pavement here. Like you are like
truth pavement.
You are saying a fact. It's like you're digging a hole with the truth shovel and you're burying the truth body. It's like you have a point, and I won't bully you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it was Leo that said that like Reload is like a celebration of Fortnite.
No, that was me.
And
Well, I said it
My
something
bad.
similar, but
Yeah, but I said word for word.
Oh, my
I said the
God.
quote.
This fucking guy.
I think it was Craig who said that Reload is a celebration of
Yeah,
Fortnite, and
it
I
was.
do totally agree that I'm not a huge fan of when they take something that is meant to be a celebration of their own IP and they just kind of shill it out to whatever collab they want to do this week.
I would make an
Yeah.
exception for the Simpsons map to like if they baby mode it a little bit and just make it like a little smaller. Like I'd make an exception for the Simpsons season because that was a beloved Fortnite season. And at that point, you are celebrating Fortnite's history at that point because you're just bringing back the old stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say the Simpsons season's allowed.
For a Reload map. It might be a bit on the big side, and I've
That's
heard
where you baby
rumors that
mode
they might be turning it into.
Yeah,
a
I heard that
Reload
too,
map. I
yeah,
don't know
that'd
how
be
true that is,
interesting.
but
This will be my second most controversial take in this video.
It's gonna be his favorite, isn't it?
I gave it. Okay, I originally gave it a 7. I moved it down to a 6 to be a little more fair.
Good,
but...
good. He got peer pressured into turning it down.
But yeah, I gave it a 6. I always knew like how people felt about this map. I actually liked it though. I'm slightly biased because I do actually I watched all of Squid Game and I like pretty much all of it. I don't know how to explain it, but it didn't feel like it was made by Epic Games. Like it feels so much like a UEFN thing to me, and I don't know why. I will say first map to have a different skybox though. That's kind of funny. That's the thing about the whole map. It felt weird, but I like it.
Yeah, it's like cool for like conceptually, like having like the verticality and shit. But for
Yeah.
Reload, it's just like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah, I don't have too much to say about it, but I thought it was fun. I get why people don't like it. I think that is fair. It's definitely not my favorite. There are other maps that I much more heavily prefer over it.
I don't know why these schmucks didn't just make a UEFN, like, actual Squid Game map where it was just the mini-games from Squid Game, because clearly Genesis have done it, and other people have done it, and they've made loads of money, so why didn't they just do the thing that Squid Game was known for being, instead of, like, trying to wackify it and make it this other thing? I don't understand. Why didn't they do that? I guess now we'll move on to Nightmare Island, which I personally gave a 7.
I gave it a
also gave
9.
a 7.
It's the best. I think it's the top for me.
Yeah, I gave it a 9 as well.
It's so
Interesting.
fucking good. People sleep on this goddamn map. It's so good. Okay, Craig, do you want to go first?
The top of the map looks a bit like a sheep.
Okay, that's
That's very Welsh of you to say.
I honestly think I've only played this map like 2 times. I think I played it for the Reload My Pants video, and then I think I played it like once after that because I was bored. But I like the, what was it? The medieval chapter 4 POI in the middle. I like that they brought back the underworld. I think that should be a staple.
the fuck? You say I burp a lot. You fucking burped your ass out. What the hell?
There was a recoil for that one. No, better than. Where was I? Oh yeah, the underworld map should be a staple in Fortnite forever. And then this was a lot of just chapter 5 RPOIs. I think I'm not sure if I liked like the bottom half of the map too much, but the top and the middle was pretty good. And that's kind of how I'd sum up this map. Just like, yeah, it was pretty good. When it comes around next time, you guys will have to force me to play it, and maybe I'll change my rankings. So, but other than that,
Dude, like everything in a funnel, in a vacuum, looking at this map, it looks like something I'd hate. Because you have a chapter 5 fucking piss water area. You actually have maybe a few chapter 4 areas, but mainly a lot of it honestly gives me chapter 3 vibes. Chapter 5 and chapter 3 are my least favorite fucking chapters ever. So looking at it, I'm like, wow, I'm gonna hate this map. It seems like there's like multiple like big hot drop POIs. Like the fucking underworld area, like that in itself is like a hot drop. And then
That's a good point.
And then you have the spooky suburbs, like a giant ass like that's like one of the most fun areas to play too. And I know we're not really considering loophole when we talk about this, because like you can have different loopholes whenever these maps come out. It's very inconsistent, but I think for its first time being here, it had a very solid loophole when it first came out.
I agree.
And it had the OXR. You had all these. It was great. But yeah, I think personally, it's the best fucking map. Personally, I yapped my ass off, but this map needs the goddamn respect. It's so fucking good.
That is very fair.
Yep. I second that.
Why are you laughing at me? Fuck you.
I can hear. It's like there's like if I'm just imagining there's like major movement going on while you're saying this. Like you're really animating yourself because I can hear your chair like squeaking. Like it's like
I'm like. Dude, I lost like my screws. Like I have a screw somewhere for it, and I haven't put them back in. And ever since then,
there's always sound effects coming from you. You're either like always like hitting
I'm punching
or there's
my
like
hand.
I hear like you sweeping the desk every now and again. I'm just like, what is he up to over there?
Yeah, that's true. That's the truth.
Next.
I gave it a 7. I actually really like this map. I think the only reason I gave it a 7 was because I remember it came back for like Friday the 13th, and I kind of didn't care as much for it then as I did during Halloween. So I feel like this is a very, if I play this during October, the vibes will hit perfectly, and I will love this map. But I do remember that when it first came out, I thought this was really cool. I played this early too. So that was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
This was a really cool map. I like all of the POIs. Revenge Reels, one of my favorites, because I remember Risky Reels always was one of my favorite maps. Ironically, outside of Chapter 1. I like Chapter 2 Risky, and then Rocky Reels in Chapter 3. And this reminded me a lot of both of those.
Yeah.
I wonder why. But, yeah, it was really cool. I had many end games that ended in Spooky Suburbs. I thought that was a really cool POI to fight in.
Well, really, all I have is just more glaze because I really liked this map. You know, I thought Spooky Suburbs is a really awesome POI. You know, you had the castle in the top left that I think is probably my favorite castle because a lot of the times I find the castle layouts are like too complex to the point that they're not fun to explore. Like what was it, Doom's castle? It was like Castle Doom or something. Did not enjoy dropping there, but Terror Turrets was a lot of fun. Those were the other POIs, you know, there was Revenge Reels, you know, any risky variant's going to get a W from me.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I just thought it was a shame that it left the game after like less than a month. I know it came back earlier this year for Friday the 13th, but I wish it got a bit more time to shine because I really like it.
To avoid this video dragging out any longer, talking about Nightmare Island, which has taken up a good 75% of the runtime, let's move on to Surf City. Now, I gave this a 5. It was my second least favorite map. I mean, it's in a vacuum, it's pretty good, but like in the context of like everything, like Fortnite as a whole, it's just so uninspired. You have Battlewood Boulevard as the main POI, which is like, it's in Chapter 7. You have Kashmir Cliffs, which is a small version of Malfoy Manor or whatever it was called. You have Divey Dam, which was new. You have Sus Studios, which was just Sus Studios from Chapter 7. You had Sweaty Shores, was just a small version of that one POI, and you had Breaker Beach, was just a small version of some other POI. It's like, bro, we get it. You're Chapter 7. Can you just, like, move on? It just felt so boring to play on, because, like, why would I play on Reload when I could just play the proper version of this map in Chapter 7? Because and I don't like the color of the grass at all. It's so off-putting. I hate how it looks. I hate how it looks in Chapter 7 as well. Who the hell is this?
It's you.
Hey, are you guys recording a video?
Currently.
Yes, we are.
Oh, shit.
How's it going? Do
Going
you have more
pretty
thoughts on that, Craig?
So Surf City, yeah, I hate it, right? It's so bad. I don't like the color of the grass. I think a beachy kind of woohoo reload map is a good idea. It really could have been like Venture 2.0, but this is just, it's just so if they combined Chapter 7 with like Chapter 6 or even 5, that'd have been a bit cool. But the fact that it was just a Chapter 7 map, and then what made it worse is that they did the same thing in Blitz like 2 days later as well, where they were just like, we got the Blitz Chapter 7 map, and it just, for me, it just ruined the modes. Every time I see Surf City or bloody Breakwater Bay or whatever that one's called in Blitz, I just feel so bored, because I don't play Reload personally for the reload mechanic. I play it to play on these maps, and why would I play on Surf City when I could just not do that?
That's kind of that is because I gave it a 5 as well, because in my opinion, there's a lot of arguments to be made for its utility and it's like, and for it being useless, because I think it's the most inoffensive map ever, but also it's like the most safe map. And this is the map I'll say had like the word, because we had an argument. Not someone made the argument earlier. I think it was Craig, like that Oasis got fucked over because of its timing, right? I actually argue this had like the worst like launch in terms of like people caring about it, because on one hand you can say, why should I play chapter 7? Okay, you say, why would I play this when I can play chapter 7? Because there's all the chapter 7 guns in it, right? Because that's when Morfight came out, and I was telling Craig this earlier. I really love Morfight, but I think the Morfight, because Morfight works better in reload in my opinion than the upgrade feature in Paradise in my opinion, because you're running into more people in reload, and then you get to upgrade your shit more often. But I would have liked to had all the guns in the game all Morfight instead of having some that are not and some that are, because the Deadeye, it wasn't Morfight, so I was just using that over all the Morfight shit.
So you just giving
what?
You kind of just had a truth diarrhea with like the whole thing. I kind of felt like I was like being really horrible to the map itself, and it's not the map itself I have a problem with. It's the fact that it's just like, we already have this. It's like reload to me. Personally, I'll make this quick because I interrupted, but it's like you've got Venture, which is like, oh, it's the chapter 1 map and the Tilted Towers, and then you got Oasis and the Paradise maps, and then you got Slurp Rush, but then you've got Slurp City, which not Slurp City, Surf City, and you're just like, well, it's chapter 7. This would be cool in like next season, not next season, next chapter or the chapter after, but like as of right now, it's just like, eh.
And it's, for me personally, I think, because you can make this argument with other maps. I feel like when you make a reload map, it has to like, I think it has to mean something, right? Like Oasis was a big deal because it was the second one. Slurp Rush was crazy because it was like, oh, another, it's a different chapter. Squid Grounds I could have gone without, and you could make that argument with Nightmare Island, but I think Nightmare Island was like that one rare case where it's like when they try to get a map out quick, it actually was a good map. But with this, it's like it's just an inoffensive map. It's like the most mid-tier. Like it's just safe. It's not a bad map.
Yeah,
it's fine. But like, I don't know. It's a 5 for me. You know.
Can I state my take on it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay. Personally, it came out under 2 months, Nightmare Island, which is just crazy to me because at first it was when reload maps would come out like, I don't know, every 5 or 6 months, and then I mean, Squid Grounds came out about 3 months after Slurp Rush. Then 3 months after that was Nightmare Island, and then not even 2 months later was Surf City, and which is literally just like, well, you could argue just a chunk of the Chapter 7 map. But I do think that the Surf City reload map, it actually does have some really unique POIs that aren't as close to POIs on the actual Golden Coast Island. Like you have Divey Dam, which is like, yeah, like that is good, but
I gave this map a 1 out of 10.
Hey!
This is
You're
by
not so bad,
far
white
my
boy.
least favorite. I disliked this map immediately. You know, it's like you guys have been saying, it's quite. There isn't much interesting going on. It's literally just Chapter 7 POIs. The dam was pretty cool. The dam was the one part I did like. It felt like it had like no fanfare behind it. It got like a 3-second long trailer that was just like, oh, you know, they like to make a big deal out of these reload maps, and this is like the one exception. The loot pool is just. I haven't really brought up the loot pools yet, but I had to make a case for this one because it's literally just Battle Royale Chapter 7. It was just the same experience as playing Chapter 7 with the exception of the Morfight stuff, which I thought is a really cool addition. But outside of those like 5 guns, it was just the same old stuff.
It just felt like a tax write-off map. Like,
and it's the same biome as most of the Chapter 7 map. It's all Chapter 7 like POIs and things, and it was just like I liked Reload because it was like doing things that were different.
Yeah.
And this one, it definitely felt like, I know they wanted to do this big Chapter 7 launch. You know, you had the Reload map, you had the Blitz map, you had all these UEFN tie-ins. But at least, even the Blitz map, I don't like that Blitz map either, but at least that was more like Chapter 5. It felt a bit different.
That's true. It had a runway.
I just had I felt nothing towards this map except I just didn't want to play it, and it felt like any time I open up the game, and the rotation was on, I checked it. It was always Surf City. Without fail, it was always Surf City, and I would just get off the game. I just didn't want to play it.
If Surf City never came back to the game ever again, I would forget it existed tomorrow. Like, I don't like it
I already
very
have.
much. In, like, next chapter, we could be like, oh, it was so good because it's different. But at the minute, it's just the same. Yeah, what do you think, Chug?
Yeah.
So, this might be my third.
Oh my god. It's the best.
I gave it an 8.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus.
I really like Surf City.
Really? Okay.
Well, we don't really like you.
But the reason, okay, so it's a couple different reasons. First off, I just like Chapter 7's map in general. It's probably one of my favorite maps that they've made in a long time.
Yeah.
And so getting more of that in the form of Reload, and I guess also Blitz, but mostly Reload because I don't play Blitz too much. I thought that was actually really cool. It does feel very similar. I completely understand that, but I kind of like how similar it feels because in a way, just having Battle Royale, Blitz, and Reload have a map that's like all so similar to each other, it just made it feel connected in a way, which made it feel part of like the giant launch of Chapter 7 in general, which I thought was really cool. So that was really cool to see. I already liked the map in Battle Royale, like I said, so it was pretty easy to be a fan of the Reload version too. And I honestly think that some of the POIs on the Reload map are a little bit better than the Battle Royale version.
You really could make the argument for both sides. You know, like if it's useful, like if it deserves to exist, or if people like, oh, it's more practice, like Chapter 7 shit. It's an interesting map.
The reason we like it and hate it is the same reason. We just have different perspectives on what we like about it.
This is true. This is true.
Okay, then we'll move on to the final map that released 9 hours ago. It is, well, technically yesterday, if you're watching. Well, I don't know when Ao's going to edit his bit. I've released at some point.
I'll knock it out right now today.
Elite Stronghold. I gave this a good old 7 out of 10. It's okay.
I can't rank it. But what if? Okay.
The whole point of the video.
No, listen. Okay, I'll tell you like where I would put it so far. Like I wouldn't give it a number, but I would say like in the order. I would put this over Surf City and Squid Grounds.
Okay,
so
based.
far. Like it at least has that. I think, because I was telling you earlier, I think it's teetering on the line of Squid Grounds in terms of how fucking in depth it is, and that's not a bad thing. I don't think it goes as far as that, because remember we were like in that cave thing, and we're like, where the fuck are we? Like we're like underground and shit. I know there's probably a lot of depth to it, and that's why it sucks like dogging on that type of map design. Because it is cool, but like for a Reload, it's just I don't know. It like off the bat, like there's only 5 POIs. Like we open the map, we're like, where the fuck are all the POIs?
There's only 5 POIs.
Yeah, from what we've landed at, it's pretty good. Like
I like the raft. The raft.
Yeah, the raft was cool, being like restored instead of all broken down and shit. Like, I think it's solid so far, and it's already better than two maps, in my opinion. But I can't give like a definitive. Oh, it's a 7 for me personally. I can't.
I'd probably put it in the same place where you have. It's better than the Surf City and flipping Squid Grounds, but I can't at the minute say it's better than any of the others.
I do like the snow area. This is the first time we've had snow on a Reload map.
This is true.
This is true, and I do like that. Having the snow areas I'm looking at it right now, have that kind of elevation to it, like those like cliff ridges. However, I will say the reason why I'm iffy on this still is because we had that game. Editor Craig, I assume you'll flash it.
I'm not going to.
You fucking lazy. Some of the cliffs were so fucking high. where like they were just funneled into coming up to Craig with the zip line. Like I never liked, even as a zero build player, I expect that with certain maps and certain like going into zero build. But when it comes, if it's like that bad, I'm like, okay, bro, like how the fuck like are we even supposed to climb this mountain? Even if your builds like building up that shit, like it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So like when they're that high up, it's a little weird. But it's not a bad map. I think it's solid so far. That's all I have to say about it.
I think it's okay. It's too early to really make a proper judgment. But
The
from
people
what
that
I've
have-
played so far, it's very spiritually chapter 5. And let me explain
This
that
is
a little
true.
bit. Is that there's a bunch of POIs that all kind of look and feel the exact same.
Oh, he's gone there.
And I like some of the things. I like how lore relevant.
Lore
it is.
relevant
I like
it
the
is.
IO base. I can hear myself. That's weird. I like that. There's like the fortress drill thingy majiggy. There's some cool spots there, but it's so grey. There's every single POI on that map is primarily grey. Especially against the grey, like the dark grey mountains and the snow. It all blends together, and I feel like it's not immediately striking me as a very memorable map.
This is
Obviously,
the
we've
truth.
literally just got it, but like a lot of the time, I do feel like I feel if I like a map, I feel it straight away. Usually, and this case, I don't hate it. I enjoyed the gameplay, but I can't see it becoming one of my favorites simply because there's just a lot of the same. I think I would have liked some bigger POI variety. There's the mine shaft right in the middle, and then I think there's a couple other mines. There's like the raft, and then it's just like a billion IO bases.
Yeah, true.
Well, no, you're wrong. It's the best designed reload map of all time.
Oh, God. I think the people that have watched this video, this whole 45-minute video to get to the part where we go, okay, what do they think about the new map? And they go, it's alright, I guess. I don't really have much to say about it. It's too early to tell. Chug's going to come out here with the most controversial opinion of all time, and he's going to save the video, aren't you, Chug?
Best map ever. No, I'm kidding. I gave it a 7.
Ah.
Unfortunately, I also don't have too much to say on it. It was fun when I played it, though. I thought it was cool. I'll see how well it ages over time, but so far I do like it. Not my favorite, but I don't dislike it.
I'm probably gonna play it again after this recording, to be honest. Just really see what the whole idea of it is, because we were in like a torture porn type game. Like it wasn't good at all. Like, we were getting beamed. We were getting Leo's quote, by the way. Not mine.
No, it was actually the quote from that SpongeBob video. No, also, like, I know loopholes are very, like, insignificant with this conversation. I love and hate the loophole. Like, why the fuck
Oh my
are the
God,
snipers?
snipers.
The chapter 5 snipers,
Oh,
the
God.
gatekeeper, and I don't know,
really weird.
and then the wrecker of I don't know. It's but the OXR is in the game, so I don't.
It is actually Fortnite's first lore-based reload map.
This is
'cause it's
true.
based on the Elite.
They should have just made it better.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm joking.
There's so many areas that could have been considered.
I don't
like,
know. Yeah.
POIs, but they didn't name him POIs.
Okay, hang on. Before we end, let's all say our favorite reload maps on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oasis.
Nightmare Island.
Rush.
Nightmare Island. Nightmare Island.
Slurp Rush.
Slurp Rush. I'm the only. I will defend that map till I die.
I'll defend Oasis then.
That was so.
Nightmare
I
cool.
actually think that Sheriff City is the best reload map.
This is why Jackers is the worst Fortnite friend.